Okay, hi, and good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, hello, Mike. Good to see you again. Okay, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate your presence with us. And today, we would be going in on a basic but an interesting topic. Okay, now I know that some of you may have heard of this, and for some, it could be something new. Yeah. So for those of you who have followed us in our previous segment, all right, you heard about DCA, which is dollar cost averaging. Okay. So we've got some questions. Some people are asking, what is the purpose of DCA, dollar cost averaging, and what is the effect of it, so on and so forth. Okay. So I believe for those who are asking us that question, I believe you also have that question also, Mike. I believe that for this group of investors, maybe they're not aware that in the financial market, all right, stocks especially, okay, and when it comes to blue chip companies, those very stable companies that offer good dividends throughout the year, okay. Basically, there are companies that pay out their dividends 2 to 4 times a year, okay. A lot of people don't understand that there is this basic important terminology we call split, okay. So when you accumulate your stocks through time, okay, you could accumulate like it could be a stock a month, okay, it could be like 10 stocks a month, or some people like to do it weekly, okay, that would make the dollar cost averaging effect even more effective, okay. So basically this habit, this behavior of compounding your income, your savings, your investment, okay, ultimately every time when you dollar cost average on your favorite company, okay, it could be a portfolio of 1, 3, 5, okay, some go up to 10, all right, the boom effect comes, okay, when the stock splits, okay. So I'll just give a simple illustration before I hand the floor over to. Okay, so basically, the impact is when the split happens. Okay, this is where the boom factor comes in. All right, you could have been accumulating your stocks, for months, for a couple of years, few years or so. Okay, so let's say, okay, you have accumulated until like 100 stocks. Could be a 200, 500, even 1,000 stocks. All right. Now, when the stock splits 1 to 2, okay, or 1 to 3, or 1 to 5, okay, if I use the example of 1,000 stocks, let's say you already have 1,000 stocks of company A, all right, in your portfolio. That 1,000 stocks, okay, when the split happens, your 1,000 stock is going to be how much? Okay, all right, I hear you right. So basically, if it splits 1 to 5, okay, your 1,000 stock now is 5,000 stocks. Good news, wonderful. I mean, who wouldn't be happy? Okay. So basically, the other thing is the total value of your stocks remains the same. Okay. So basically, if your 1,000 stock is worth 10,000 US dollars, okay. So after the split, your present 5,000 stocks are still worth 10,000 US dollars. Okay. So now maybe the thing that you'll be asking us is, I mean, if I have 1,000 stocks, it's $10,000. If I have 5,000 stocks, it's still $10,000. So what's the big deal? Okay. Now, the deal here is the passive income side. Okay, the passive appreciation side. Picture this. Okay, you have a job. You have your own business to run. Okay, or maybe you are freelance. You are self-employed. Okay, you just do your thing. Okay, so eventually, when your 5,000 stocks, okay, appreciate in price, okay, to the former level of its former 10,000. This time, okay, over time, it is no longer 10,000 US dollars. It could be 20,000, it could be 30,000, it could be 40,000, it could be 50,000. I'm sure you see the point now, right? Okay, so basically that is the beauty of having splits in companies that are blue chips. All right. So basically, I mean that is a very brief description. All right. Now I will hand over to Mike, our Sifu, to explain to us more about splits. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you, Peter. All right. Okay. I believe you asked. There are 2 points here you are talking about. First point actually is dollar cost averaging. Why we need to using dollar cost averaging, and secondly, actually, it's about the stock split. Okay. I come to the first part first. Okay. Okay. Most of the people saying that if I have a 20,000, 30,000, can I just do a lump sum investment? Okay, rather than I split it to a few months time doing a dollar cost averaging. Okay, of course, the answer will be multiple, I would say. Okay, number one, if assume that we are invested in a blue chips counter like Apple, all right, or like Berkshire Hathaway, or like Starbucks, all these are blue chip counter, all right. You have many choice. Number one here is, okay, you either can wait for the market crash, which a lot of experts, okay, predicting 10 years ago, all right. Okay, when the stock start recovery the first year in 2009 after the financial crisis, okay. So in 2010, people start predicting the stock market will crash, and it actually have a bull run until now, all right. So during the market crash, if you really meet this kind of market crash and you have a crystal clear ball, you can see the futures, okay. You definitely, I would say the best time for you to all in is when the market crash, all right. But in today's environment, a lot of people asking me, Mike, the market is too high, it sound like crazy, this and that, okay. 5 years ago, people say like that. 6 years ago, people say like that. 7 years ago, people say like that. 3 years ago, people say like that. 2 years ago, people say like that. My answer to them here is, I can't give you the answer, okay. Because in the point of view, my personal experience here is, okay, the market can run wild insanity, okay, as long as maybe 15 years, 20 years, or even 10 years. This is actually refer back to the history, and you can refer to all those famous investor guru. Also, they will point out this point. Okay, so basically, but if you think that, what if I don't want to miss out another 3 years or 4 years and 5 years, but the market is very high, what can you do? Okay, so this is the time when you can using dollar cost averaging, okay, because you don't want to miss out, but you worried some point the market will crash. So what you can do here is, if you have a $10,000 to start with, why don't you every month put $1,000 buying the share that you like? All right, second month, third month. So when the market crash at the third month, I just say, we never know. When it crash, you're buying. So you are actually buying a company which actually not determined by the market sentiment, but determined by the market, by the company intrinsic value, the growth of the company. Okay, because in the short-term period, okay, market is always uncertain one. You want to see a trend, it only can happen within 5 to 10 years time. Okay, that's why famous our legends of investor like Mr. Warren Buffett, he say, if you cannot hold the stock for 10 years, don't hope that you can hold the stock for 10 minutes. Okay, but you worried, I agree, a lot of people still worried the market will crash, will pull back, this and that, inflation is coming, all type of noises in the market, So the only safe way for you to play safe around is using dollar cost averaging. Okay, if you go all your 10,000 in now, okay, I just let you know, what if let's say next month really got a very bad news pullback. You buy Apple at 145 now and it pull back to 120. You are not making a good investment anymore. Okay, of course you say I have another 10,000. Yes, that is good news. Okay, this is good news. This is what actually I'm actually doing, okay. Every month I prepare some money. Okay, so whenever the market is pulled down, okay, I buy in. I just fix a period like end of the month or beginning of the month, all right, or mid of the month, all right. So if I see the market pull down a bit, I buy. Mid of the month or third week of the month, I buy. So in this case, basically, you are not impacted by the sentiment anymore. You are not really worried, because trading and investing psychology is very, very important, especially when you just started, okay. If you are already very, very wealthy investor already, you have millions of in your portfolio, you already received the dividend income, 5 to 10,000 US dollar, very comfortable for you already, okay. Then you no need to take considerations of dollar cost average. Okay, if not, you need to really seriously consider about this thing. Okay, because that is why we don't want to people say, hey, you tell me dollar cost averaging, now the market, the market crash is good. You can buy at low also because you prepare your fund. Or every month you have a fund to buy in. You get me or not? So that is the magic of dollar cost averaging, because we don't have a crystal ball. Warren Buffett just made a mistake in Apple. He just lost about 18 billion because he sell Apple at too high. He sell Apple at too low. Okay, he sold Apple I think about 6 months ago. Okay, partially Apple he sold it. If he don't sell it, based on the Friday closing price, okay, he would have made 18 billion more. Of course, he's a big time investor, but this same concept actually can apply to you also. But maybe it's 18,000 you will lost, or 1,008, or even 180. Okay, to me, I personally here is, okay, when I actually liquidated half of my Apple stock at 144, at 145. So basically, my calculation is better. Okay, of course, it's very small money compared to Warren Buffett. Okay, but I ought to try to tell you here is, okay, if you think that stock is overvalued, okay, you basically can sell it half or quarterly or whatever it is. Okay, so when next month, if let's say the stock really pulled back, okay, or the third month or really pull back, you can buy in some more. Okay, so if it's not pull back because of certain fundamental already change, maybe Apple just released a news iCar, okay, then you can buy more. That is what I'm doing actually. Okay, if no fundamental news coming out or what, recently Apple shoot up a lot. It bring up the whole Nasdaq to the all-time high. Okay, why? Okay, so basically they have something going on already. We don't know. Okay, so basically when the news coming out, maybe there's a thing called with sales on news. For the experienced trader investor, you know what it means, the sales on news. But to me, okay, I don't want to speculate, so I look at the chart. Okay, because Apple already reached all-time high, so I actually liquidate half of my position, take out some cash first. Okay, I have no regret even it come out. Okay, so you must have this kind of mentality to handle it, because in stock trading or investing, mentality is very, very important. Okay, if your mentality is not strong enough to handle it, even you have the best technical analysis, you have the best strategy, you can't look at the clear pictures what you plan to do. It happened to me. Okay, it happened to me. Okay, it happened to me actually when I try a certain new strategy, okay, which I'm so confident can work, okay, especially the option strategy. Okay, so basically when I try it out at the beginning, it worked fine. When it worked fine, sometimes you will forget. You won't see the thing come, the dangerous thing come. When everything is good, the time you are making money, the time you won't see the worst come. However, when the worst is coming, you only realize it, whoa, this strategy cannot work, you know. You know what I mean or not? Okay. So I was a bit frustrated, to be very frank, why I don't analyze it, okay, clearly, okay, and think the second step. I only think of first step, I never think of second step. Okay. So when the second step time, I will come, wow, this might be not good for me, because that is actually for a small portfolio. Okay, which actually normally when I want to try out something new strategy, I will using actually a small portfolio. The portfolio is about the size of 25,000, something like that. Okay, or 20,000, something like that. Okay, so basically this is for option strategy. Okay, so basically it doesn't work well that time. I am a bit frustrated, but you can't do anything already. What you can do here is you have to close some position. You have to, you know, make it back again. This is for trading purpose. Okay, it is more complex, to be very frank, but for investment, it's same when it comes to a dollar cost averaging. Okay, you will be very frustrated when you put the money all in, you know, and suddenly the stock go down. If it go up, you are very happy, of course, but if it go down, what happened? You know, you will say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't put it in, you know, you see or not? I shouldn't put it all in. I should put now. I should put, you know, I shouldn't put also. Sometimes you will say, you know, but when you say you shouldn't put, okay, you are actually try to predicting where the market go already. You see or not? You try to predicting already. You are buy the stock based on the company value. You are actually buy the stock based on the market sentiment. Okay, which actually sometimes, as I say already, some people already waited for 5 years, 8 years. The thing is still going up. Okay, so this is why we encourage people, especially the newbies, okay, using a very simple method called dollar cost averaging, to just to get the average price in the long term for a good stock, which really help a lot. Okay, yeah. Number two question here is Victor, is about the stock split. Okay, when it comes to stock split, you have to understand why the company want to have a stock split. Okay, so we can give an example here is Berkshire Hathaway and also Apple here. Okay, Berkshire Hathaway actually, they never do the stock split for the Class A stock, which actually resulting the stock 400 over 1,000 per share now. Because Warren Buffett is a truly value investor. Okay, he is a guy who say, if you see this value, you buy. If you think this value is too high, don't buy. Okay, because as I mentioned in the previous show, stock value is not determined by the face value. A $5 stock maybe is very, very expensive or worthless if compared to 400,000 over stock, or 500 stock, or 200 stock. Okay, so the value of the stock actually, the face value, okay, the price tag there, okay, is the same thing. I give you a imitation watch, okay, which actually costs 50 ringgit. It look exactly the same like the Rolex, okay, but the Rolex, why it actually sell about 50,000? Because it really have a true value there. All right, okay, so it's the same thing when you compare, okay, product and stock. Don't actually deceive by the price tag of the stock, but you have to look at the real value behind the stock. Okay, so when the stock go up so high in 1996, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people actually even actually try to pursue Warren Buffett or talk to the SEC saying that, can you pressure like Warren Buffett to split the share or this and that, okay. So basically Warren Buffett say no. However, I come up with Class B stock. Okay, so this Class B stock is, you have a less voting power, okay, but basically the value is lower. All right, okay, maybe you have only a 10 stock, only have equal to one Class A stock, or 100 stock or 1,000 stock equal to Class 1A stock for the voting power. Okay, so this stock actually start with $70 over, and now actually it's about 300 something. I think it start about less than that, okay, $30 something like that. Now it's 300 something like that. Okay. That actually is not really a stock split. Don't confuse with it. Okay, that is different class of stock, class A and class B. Okay, and only actually Warren Buffett able to structure the deal like that. However, if you look at the Under Armour, okay, class A, class and class C, right, the share price is slightly different only. It's about $2-3 differences only. Okay, so that is a different class of stock if compared to split. Okay, now we zoom into the split back. What is a stock split? Okay, a stock split is when actually, okay, the stock is too expensive in first price tag and the management thinking that the stock is not liquid anymore. Actually, to be very frank, Warren Buffett don't like liquidity, but a lot of I would call it an investment banker, okay, or even some management, they like liquidity of the stock. All right, okay. So basically, what they do here is to increase the liquidity of the stock and to let more people buying, especially retail investor, they will split it. Okay, meaning that one share become two. Okay, we call it 2 for 1, 3 for 1, or 7 for 1. Okay, so is the value change? No, it is still the same. Okay, let's say example, if you own stock A of $1, okay, you split into two, the two share combined is still $1. However, one share is equal to 50 cents each. Add up together is $1. All right, it's all a ratio game. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys, okay, share screen with you guys. We're talking about how you, let's say you look at Apple share history split. Okay, assume that in 1980 or 1985 you just bought in Apple. All right, okay, you bought in Apple, that price is around I think about $40. Okay, so this $40, you are a long-term investor. You think that Apple will be a great company 20-30 years to come. Okay, so assume that you buy in, okay, let's say 100 share. Okay, so in June 16, 1987, okay, there's a split coming 2 for 1. Okay, congratulations. Why? Okay, $60 that time, the share I think is worth about let's say it's about $60. Let's say, okay. So basically your $60 become 2 share. Okay, let's say you buy 100 share, it will become 200 share. Okay, but the value is still the same. The overall value is still the same. Okay, so the $60 will become $30, meaning that your let's say $1,000, it still remain $1,000 there, the value. However, the share, okay, you own will be double. Okay, so again, the share movement not so much, okay, and you keep holding it, or you can adding it again. Okay, let's say you adding it until here, your 100 share, 200 share, you buy 200 share, 400 share. Let's say you every month you keep just editing about maybe 50 share, or let's say pretty simple 100 share. Okay, every month you keep share, maybe you have about 5,000 share already. Okay, in year 2000, and June 21st, Apple split again 2 for 1. Okay, so your 5,000 share will become 10,000 share. Okay, good news. Okay, why? You can see here, even before it split, right, your value already double, almost double already. Okay, so after it split, you still don't want to sell it. You think Apple still a good company, so what you do here is, okay, you still keep it and you keep collecting it. Now you are no more have 5,000 share, you know, you have 10,000 share already. You know what I mean? Okay, and then you keep accumulate it, okay, and then until here maybe you already have, let's say, 12,000 share. Okay, let's say you have 12,000 share. Okay, so basically you can see in 2005 again it split another time 2 for 1. Your 12,000 share will become 24,000 share. Okay, and the value, okay, because after it split normally 2 for 1, it will go down half one differently. Okay, because 100 become 50, you know, 50 will become 25. Okay, but you have more share already. Wow, this is the good news come already. Why? You can see the stock boom, 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 boom. Now you're already on 12,000 share, you know. Okay, the share go up, you know, beyond, before it split. You see what I mean or not? Okay, before the price split, and it go beyond the price split, meaning that you are double your share already, double the value of your share. Let's say 12,000 share here, you time 50,000, 50 here, you already got 60,000. Okay, you already got 600,000, sorry, not 60,000. Okay, you got 600,000 already, and you still keep buying it. Okay, so your 12,000 share, if come here already, how much you have already? Okay, you have a 12,000, you time 200. Congratulations, I believe you already millionaire already. You can calculate or not, Dr. Peter? Okay, you try to calculate it. 200,000, you time 12,000. Okay, let's say, okay, 200,000, 200 times, okay, 12,000. Yes, you're already a millionaire. 2.4 million already. Wow, it's US dollar, you know. You already almost have 10 million ringgit already, just by holding the stock. Yeah, quite long also, about 20 years. Not bad, right?
The way I see it is not long at all, okay? Because I mean, basically, Mike, you have friends, I have friends who have been working in private sectors, in government sectors for that long or even longer, and you know, they are not millionaires yet. So, you know, what could be better, you know? Okay, anyway, continue.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm talking about 10 million ringgit you already have in your account already, just by collecting every month and plus the stock split. Okay, good thing come again. I'm not going to shock you, but this is the reality. This is the real chart of Apple, okay? This is a real chart of Apple,
The
okay?
banks will be making you their private client, their privileged client already, no doubt. No question
You
asked.
definitely is a private client, private banking client, red carpet client, okay? Or private banking client, okay? The banker were very happy to talk to you already. They will treat you like king already, trust me. Wow. After the financial crisis 2008, because after 2000, during 2008, the whole thing pulled back. But you will continue collecting. Let's say during the financial crisis, you're collecting 15,000 shares. Okay? 15,000 shares. Here you already millionaire already. Okay? So you collect 15,000 shares. Okay? And this 15,000 shares, boom! Okay, this is no split, huh? It go up to say 650. Okay, can you do a maths for me or not, Peter? 15,000 times 600.
$15,000 times 600, right?
9 million.
Yep, that's the number.
9 million US dollar. Your time for is equal to 36 million ringgit. I wish I can go back to time, you know.
And for the specificity of this segment, okay, we are leaving out the mention of dividends. So in your own time, in your own imagination, just picture 36 million added with dividends 4 times a year paid to you. Okay, just think about it. Anyway, back to you, Mike.
Okay, you already know that the power from just about few thousand ringgit, a few thousand US dollar can turn to 9 million. All right. Okay, now we look at the chart back again. Okay, so it it dropped down here back, and it dropped down. This is not share price drop. This is really a good news. Okay, you know why? Because during this period of time, there's a split 7 for 1. Meaning that just now we calculate using 15 million, right, Peter? 15 million, you just times 7. How many share you have? Let's say 15,000, you time, okay, 7. You got 105,000 share. 105,000 share, my friend. Okay, and then actually recently they have another split, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but forget about that. Just say this one is enough lah. From just started with how many share in the beginning? We're talking about maybe about 1,000 share or maybe less than that, because during that time price is very, very low. Am I right? Okay, so now you try to using 105,000 times 450. Do your maths again. Let's say 100,000 now, okay, share of Apple, time the current price of Apple is around, you know, I think, sorry, because this is not the latest updated one, okay, but what I try to tell you, we stop here enough already lah, okay. The latest one got another split again, you know what I mean? Okay, but we stop here enough already. Just time 450 times 100,000. How much you get, Peter?
Mike, I think you have to do that because I don't have my scientific calculator with me at the moment. Numbers are too big, you know. My calculator can't take it.
Okay. 450
So
time, okay,
while Mike is
100,000.
calculating, all right, for the benefit
45
of,
million.
that is a very good sick amount of money, man.
45 million. It's about, it take about around 30 years, about around 30 to 35 years. 45 million US dollar.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
It is. Okay. So what I try to tell you here is, okay, the concept of splitting can how exponentially grow your wealth. You even every time it's split, you take out 10% to travel around the world, you still have enough. You still have much more money. You know what I mean or not? Okay. The tipping point here is the moment you reach $1 million in your portfolio and you still know how to manage it well, your life is changed. Your life is changing. Tell me, I just tell you this is the fact. Your life is changing. If you don't want more, okay, basically you can do whatever you like. Okay, you can tell your employer, if you are still working, you say, boss, I'm actually working here because I think, you know, you serve me well, or I like this company. Okay. So, or if you don't want to work, you know, you can, if your boss change already, suddenly, you know, change to another boss, or your boss are the type who like a politician, you know, so you can tell them, boss, sorry, you know, I think my bank account is more than you 10 times. Conservatively, okay, I can live for another 50 to 100 years and with a better lifestyle than you. Okay, this only can happen in US stock. I'm not saying other countries stock it won't happen, but you look at the magnitude. Okay. So basically, again, why I invest, one, I trade in US stock. I face a lot of obstacles, this and that, why I still on it, and today I feel very comfortable of my life already. Of course, yeah, I'm not reaching 45 million yet. Okay, but again, I tell you, if you want to invest in US stock, just by simply applying time and choose a right company to invest, okay, or you can choose about 5 to 10 companies to invest, like what I'm doing now. Okay, even 5 of them make it like Apple, 5 to 10 years from now, just imagine what type of life that you're going to have. You know what I mean or not? Okay, 5 to 10 years is very fast, like what Peter said. Okay, sometimes you blink your eyes, 5 years already gone, I mean already passed already.
let me just add a few points here, okay, for our viewers who are still with us now. Um, the thing that I really experienced, I mean, I'm definitely grateful that Mike told me about the split last year. Okay, I believe it was Q3, somewhere before Q4 last year. Okay, so the good thing, okay, the aesthetic thing about it is I myself experienced the Apple split. Okay, it was 4-1. All right.
Yes.
So, man, I'm
Very
telling
good.
you, I mean, you kind of like have your. This is the feeling. Okay, you have your Apple stocks. Okay, priced at 400 plus each. Okay, and you are just like waiting for it to split. And when the split happens, I mean, you look at the multiplication. I mean, it's like for example, you have 100 soldiers, okay? After the split happens, now you've got 400 soldiers to fight your battle for you. So until an even, what's the equivalent here? Until a even stronger and more powerful general. So I mean, you just keep it, I mean, you keep your 400 soldiers, your Apple stocks well, okay? They appreciate, they multiply again and all that. So to times that with the number that was mentioned just now, okay, 45 million, all right. You need a scientific calculator, definitely. Your daily calculator doesn't work on these numbers. And also, the other thing is this is building a legacy income, okay. So the main difference, some people, they say that, an investment is same like a big business, okay, more or less the same. To a certain extent, yes, there are partial similarities, and also I must say that there are differences. Okay, now if you are the boss of a very big company, okay, and you want, if I'm speaking more on Asian side, or even today, okay, even Westerners, okay, you always have this issue of okay, I've grown my company so big, okay, and it's about time for me to pass the baton, okay. If you are on the Asian ground, okay, you'll be thinking like, should I pass it to my first son, my second son, my third daughter, that kind of stuff. Who is more capable to actually run your company after you are gone? Okay, hopefully nobody runs it to the ground, right? Okay, and if you were a Westerner, okay, the passing of baton doesn't actually go to your children, okay, but you still have to choose your next CEO, okay, you still have to choose your next managing director, your next executive director. So I won't say that it's a headache, okay, it's still a good kind of a problem lah. Okay, you just need to pass your baton, all right. But if you are an investor with that significant kind of amount, a 7-digit, 8-digit, or even a 9-digit portfolio, okay, you don't face this kind of hassle. You're not worried about, do I need to pass my business over to whom, my stocks over to whom, and all that. That issue doesn't arise. You get what I mean, right? Okay, Mike, back to you.
Yeah. I need to add a bit. Yeah, okay. What you can do here is, of course, when you reach that level already, okay, your private banker will advise you what to do already. Okay, so don't worry about your legacy already. All right, okay, they will advise you what to do. You're in a better position. For example, like set up a trust, set up foundations, okay, or set up a charity. Okay, so people, professional will handle it well. If your son turn to be a musician, let them be a musician. If they tend to turn to be a football player, let them turn to be a football player. Don't force, using a gun, force them to become your company CEO. Of course, if he can, that's the best thing. But what Asian businessmen, like what Peter says just now, okay, they have this kind of stereotype. They have to inherit it, okay, their position to their son or their daughters, this and that. Even they are not capable. If they are capable, I would say yes, by all means, they can continue the legacy. All right. But if they are somebody like, the Hangover movie, the guy, what's the guy, the fat guy, you know, he's a very rich guy, you know, he has been inherited very rich. Okay, if he's that kind of person, okay, he will screw up your whole company. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay, but there's another reason also people are worried about. We're talking about Berkshire Hathaway, but I don't see have any issue. Okay, because the legacy, they already passed it. The culture already passed it to the next CEO. And to be very frank, okay, they already have I would call it a formula to run the company already. Okay, so again, you know, I think today's our topic is more on stock split, and I would like to let you know also, okay, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to plan from now, okay, not 5 years later, not 10 years later. I has been wasted about 10 to 15 years, okay, in business. All right. Today I still are an entrepreneur, but however, my entrepreneurship actually is really related to what I'm doing, because I'm actually running a portal, okay, or apps, okay. So it's exactly related what I'm doing, because my passion is, okay, to educate people about investing. All right. And I always tell people, if you want to share with your friend, share with your relative, share with whoever, your investor, your associate, your business partner, okay, your friends or whoever, always remember one thing: put the money where your mouth is. Whether it's $1, $100, $1,000, $100,000, 1 million is okay. Start from small, but remember, you have to put your money where your mouth is, because people will look at you. Okay, okay. If those that follow you, okay, maybe, okay, they can make it like you. But if you don't do it, they can make it. They will laugh at you. You know what I mean? Okay, this is very important. Okay, time is the most valuable asset. Trust me. Okay, time is the most valuable asset. Okay, because when time pass, you don't using the compounding factors to compound your wealth. Okay, you try to get rich fast. Okay, I was there 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Only until 10 years ago, okay, I just let you know, I realized it. We have to be practical doing things. All right. And when I start practical, we go through a lot of hassle. However, I can see my net worth is increasing like S&P 500. Yeah, it sometimes go up, go down, go up, go down, but it's on the uptrend. Okay, definitely, this is will happen to any investor. Would happen to any trader. Okay, but and sometimes no need to be so complex. You don't need to you don't need to apply multiple strategy, this and that. Okay, for you to get very rich. Okay, just like what Warren Buffett did. Okay, what he always say, you know, why a lot of people people ask him, you know, why actually a lot of people cannot get rich, yet your investing strategy is so simple. You know what he say? He said, because no people want to become rich in a long-term basis. Not people interested to become rich in a long-term basis. So I'm totally agree with him. Okay. Yeah, because I myself here is because I involved in business, so I involved in trading. If else my life is too simple, I don't know what to do. So I love trading. Okay, I love investing. As I share with our class in options 202. Okay, because of my patience, okay, I actually love doing 2-3 things actually, all meet all add up together, okay, to actually try to multiply my wealth as fast as possible. Okay, but I just let you know, if you cannot do that, choose one part of it which actually suit your current situation. You know, suit your current. If you are working, okay, try to use the time after 5, okay, after 6. Don't try to devote all your time to your company. Trust me, they won't taking care of you once you are in trouble. If you not contribute to the value anymore, trust me, they will tell you sorry. The example lah, okay, sorry, okay, we don't need you anymore. That is the reality. That's the fact. Okay, every dollar they pay you, okay, they want to get more value from you. Okay, So this is how the capitalism works. Okay, so you have to think of yourself. I'm not trying to tell you to quit your job or whatever if you are not ready. No. Okay, however, you have to use the time that you have after your working hours. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, because a lot of people don't think about that. Okay, and also for a lot of people who actually work as an agent, whether they are agent insurance or agent property, trust me, okay, you have to make money work for you. It is the best thing. All right, okay, you know why? Because you are considered as a self-employed when you are agent insurance, or you are agents, or you are in a MLM, or you are in other kind of small business, I call it, or even a practitioner's doctor or what. Okay, why I say like that? Okay, ask yourself, do you have time or not? Do you have the free time like what the investor and trader experience? I believe you. The answer is no. You have to work very hard, okay, to ask your downline to work very hard. First, you yourself have to work hard. Then after that, you have to ask your downline work very, very hard for you. Okay, so actually, to grow your business. How many? I mean, people's you know, they can make it so big, like 45 million after a period of time. Yet their life is very free. They can choose the thing they like, spend a lot of time with their family, okay, and then traveling around the world, okay, writing books, okay, pursue the passion, buying some paintings, okay, or whatever you like, or do charity. Okay, when you give charity, give big, you will feel very, very satisfied. It's more satisfied than what you earn. Trust me. Okay. Okay. So this is very, very important. Okay. Don't think that, okay, wow, I'm an agent property, I'm an agent insurance, I'm in MLM, I'm to build. You can build at the same time, invest wisely. Okay. Okay. So when you do this, you have a freedom, really totally freedom, because the money system, the investment system, which is so simple that we lay out there, dollar cost averaging, stock split, all this will work for you, you know, and you can pursue whatever you like. You like to shoot movie, you can shoot movie, okay. You want to go to Japan to have a Wagyu beef, you can go to Japan. You want to go to San Francisco to visit all the Silicon Valley company, you can do that. Okay, so this is I mean, because what I say in that, okay, I'm not trying to, you know, try to put up myself or whatever, because if I can turn back the times, okay, people ask me, if I give you 10 million or I give you 10 years time, which one you choose? I would say, give me 10 years back. Okay, give me 10 years back. Okay, because I believe if that 10 years back, what I try to do now, I can get more than 10 millions. Okay, this is very, very, very important. Okay, so whatever you do now, you can continue, but trust me, if you are not in the investment, you are not in the investor cradle, okay, you won't be a financial freedom, because you tie up with a lot of things. All right, Pete. Okay, so I think that's all for tonight. All right. Okay, so you have anything you want to add before we stop this session?
Okay, guys, basically, just want to say thanks again for being with us, sir. Before we wrap up, I believe that there'll be those of you who get it on what we say. For those of you who need more clarity, okay, and for those of you who want to get a deeper insight as to what we have mentioned earlier, okay, we have our links, okay, it's either on top or below this video, okay. You can click and then basically just register for free to get started on our platform, okay, and our administrative staff will be in touch with you, okay, through email. All right, and also, I mean, we also have other webinar series for your deeper understanding at your own time, okay, and also be on the lookout for our next session, whereby we would address your questions and answers, okay, on a real-time basis. Okay, so we hope that we have added value to your time, and just want to say thanks once again for being here this wonderful evening with MTRADEGO. Okay, thanks again, and we will see you in the next segment.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we hope that we will see you, and we hope that we will welcome you to the MTRADEGO. All right. Okay. Thanks. All right. Okay.